Yeah.
No.
You weren't supposed to swing by and get him?
Yeah, no.
Rick? No?
Good job.
I believe we are live.
All right. Let's go ahead and call the January 2026 Tipton Utility Service Board meeting to order. The first item on the agenda are the minutes from the last meeting.
I move they be approved as submitted.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve the minutes as submitted. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. We'll move next to claims.
Make a motion to pay claims 27,409 to 27,469 for $1,029,369.59.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve claims as submitted. Any questions, comments? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Next, we'll move to your
Yeah, so
agenda
we
items, sir.
had two accounts on the charge off. One of them was a deceased person, the other one was shut me off. I'm gonna make payment. Never saw or heard from him. So. Start off with the light one this January. And then the delinquent list creeping up a little bit. Kind of that time of year when the bills are higher and heavier. And we're on top of them as much as we can be. We've kind of lost some shut off leverage with as cold as it is. I don't want to do that to anybody, even if we could.
Yep. Any comments or questions about the delinquent report or the charge-offs?
I do. I saw several that are just under $1,000. Is that when we do the shut off, or is that was what our limit was?
Some of them make it even before then.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay.
Yes, we're trying to avoid getting into the
Yeah, I saw a few that were
hamster
real
wheel.
close there.
Yep.
Yeah, I'd just say when it warms up, it's gonna refocus on it and
Yep.
get back on track.
Anything else from the board on those?
Make a motion to approve them as presented.
Second.
Okay, we've got a motion and a second to approve the charge-offs as submitted. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, same sign.
Jim, what was the IRH? What-
That's the factory.
That's the, okay, 2031.
Yep.
Okay.
And about every 6 months, we'll run into some situation in their accounting department and they quickly make, I honestly forgot to ask about them today, but I'll find out and see where they're at. We have a pretty healthy deposit on them.
That's what I thought it was. but-
Yep. Just a few other odds and ends. We do have safety training tomorrow, slips, trips, and falls, so should be a lot of utility department and city employees attend that. I will be attending the IMPA Board of Commissioners meeting on the 30th, week from Friday. Not really a lot going on with the way the weather is out in the field on city, county, or utility right now. I think I mentioned in the last meeting or two that we're still looking at replacing some lift station pumps. I've got some updating pricing from my vendors, so I'll probably make a decision on that, but it's still gonna bounce in the $40,000 ballpark, but that's pretty normal, and these are 15-year-old pumps. Try to get in the cycle of not getting 3 or 4 of those installations hit in any one year, but spread it out, so stay tuned there. And then on the car wash, I thought I would update. First of all, apparently on social media, it came out that perhaps we were being an impediment to the car wash. I want to make clear that we're trying to facilitate. I think everybody in this room and many out in the community want a car wash, and we're trying to make it happen. It's a big investment on the utilities part, and I want to make sure we do our due diligence. So that due diligence includes working out a scenario at the old car wash site here in town next to Edward Jones. We've got some sanitary sewer issues that we need to work through, looking at those options. And then the old Swifty gas station lot, which is in front of our wastewater plant. That's came into play as a potential site, and the car wash proprietor likes that site, and we would have to figure out a, I don't know, land swap or something to make that work. We have utilities right there, water, sewer, and electrical. It would work nicely. I got to work out some details to see if it's possible with the previous owner. There was some language in the purchase agreement when we bought it that certain things wouldn't be put on that land, and car wash happened to be one of them. But I think they were really interested in automotive, where grease and oil and stuff could get into the ground and conflate what maybe they left behind when they pulled their gas tanks and stuff. So anyway, let me see if that option's available. I'm sure I'm gonna have to chat with some of their attorneys and just see if there's a variance they might give us. But, that agreement was signed in 2017, and the people we signed it with have sold their business to another bigger company, and I gotta run through the maze of who I even talk to, but I'll figure it out.
So that option would eliminate us having to make an investment, but we'd still want to run
It'd be-
considerations for the old.
Yes, it'd buy us some time on the old property in town and figure out, to make a less investment
Yeah.
eventually, but
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
And then the investment for the site out by the old Swifty lot, and we're right there. Basically tell the proprietor, here we are, come to us, and I think it'd be very simple on their part too.
Be nice. Okay.
Your effort on that's much appreciated.
For
Jim.
sure.
It's been quite interesting. Usually they're not this complicated, but this one of those, so we'll figure it out though.
We're not impeding the car wash process.
Not at
That's
all. No,
That's
no, no.
the main thing.
No, but that option would really help our investment. I mean, we wouldn't have to make any of the investment.
Right,
So,
because we're not gonna get a big return on that investment regardless of how much
Yeah.
the car wash produces.
Right.
Revenue wise is negligible compared to what we're gonna have to put into it. But if that's what it takes, that's what it'll take. Really no news out west. Other than, I think I mentioned maybe last meeting, the Speedway gas convenience store people are building a new one out by Love's out west on the west side of Campbell Crossing Road. I mean, directly west of Love's. It's just gonna be a small gas station, small convenience store with the ability to expand in the future. So those are our water and sewer. It's Duke Energy on the electrical, but we're having conversations. I think they're in the bidding process now with contractors to actually construct the service station and convenience store. And then when they select a contractor, then we'll get into more conversations about connecting to our water and sewer. We're right there. It's pretty simple. And we're back to a Monday meeting, February 2nd, a couple weeks from now. So that's not all I have to offer tonight.
Let's hope it's warmer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for the updates. Any comments, concerns from the board?
No, I just comment that I went to the comprehensive planning meeting last Thursday. It was a good meeting, good presentation. It's basically, they're just trying to refresh it. I think it was last written in 2013, kind of going from memory. Just kind of the layout, where things were. I spoke with the presenter and encouraged Jim to reach out to Chris to kind of clue him in on where we had sewer run, and it actually aligned really well with what they had laid out. But just to kind of reiterate that's, a good spot if we're going to preserve land or, and have development. How do the two work together? But that ideally that would be where it should happen, between.
Pete, did they touch much on Kempton and Windfall and kind of the
They
Sharpsville?
they had those mapped as well, those
Okay.
areas, and areas around those towns also make sense.
There've been a fair amount of people that have spent some time with that project, so it's coming along. It's come along well. So
So I suppose the next steps will be a formal vote by the commissioners to approve the plan.
I believe that's the next.
I don't know
in
that there's
line.
any funding that comes behind it from county council.
No, I think there's regional funding.
Yeah.
Like economic development, regional funding
Yep.
that can support some of it and then use that to try to get others
Right.
to participate in the funding too.
Thank you, Peter. Anything else? Councilman Rippey?
All quiet in the city. Thank
That's a
God.
good thing. Yeah,
God.
that's a good thing. Well, in lieu of anything else,
I move we adjourn.
Second?
have a motion and a second to adjourn. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. We are adjourned.
That's a good meeting.
Thank you.